Hi, and welcome back to the channel. Today is a bit of a rant where I'm going to talk about some things that I'm seeing at customer sites that I don't necessarily like primarily because it's not Microsoft Transact SQL flavor of things that are happening. So first thing I'm seeing is essentially I'm seeing things that are aliased like this inside of select lists. People are making a string, right? Because anything that we see that is denoted or encapsulated in single quotes, right? This is a string, as it is up here, encapsulated in single quotes. That is a string. Microsoft sees that as a string. The SQL engine sees that as a string. It does not see that as an output column. Does it work? Yeah. Is it guaranteed to always work? No. So don't do it. Don't do it. That is just a big fat no. Okay? Don't do that. The second thing I'm seeing at customer sites is single character aliasing. So example here is that I've re-aliased customer as C and phone as P. This makes your code really hard to read. Okay, don't do this. Just don't. A couple extra keystrokes, no big deal, right? No big deal. Couple extra keystrokes, no big problem. Makes your code easier to read for the next guy that's coming down the pipe. So keep your code Transact SQL Microsoft flavor succinct, and don't do this, okay? What the example that I have here of PHN phone number, right, is equal to phone space number. Now, why do I have a space there? Well, I have a space there to show you that things that you put inside of hard braces like this, right, square brackets, well, that the SQL query engine sees as an actual first-class object inside of the select list, like it sees phone number. So if I do customer.firstname, right, plus a space, another single quote, because now I add, what did I add here? I just added a space as a string, right? Plus customer.lastname, customer full name. So you can alias it like that, or if you don't have any spaces in the alias name, you can say as customer first name. Both of those things are Microsoft Transact SQL compliant, and they will continue to be supported in future versions and in past versions of Microsoft SQL Server. If you do it the other way, you're never going to be guaranteed that those things are possible to be supported. So make sure that your code is always going to be supportable. Make sure that things are always going to happen correctly. The other thing I see is people will omit the word inner here in join. Well, great. That's fine for like MySQL. But for Microsoft's flavor of SQL, you want the word inner. You want inner join, if I can actually type it as caps like it should be, right? You want the word inner join. You want the word left outer join. You want the word right outer join. Just like when you're applying for a user-defined function that's table valued, you would say cross apply, right? Or outer apply. You wouldn't say apply. Okay? So just don't do these things that makes your code hard to read with single characters as aliased is, and this is just factually incorrect. You're saying that this value is a string, and it's not. It's not. This is an assignment, right? This is an assignment. If this was a variable, you'd be assigning it the string alias1. So don't do that. Don't do that. This is Transact SQL. It's the way that Microsoft has designed it to work with their platform, and it's how they support it. So Just please don't do these things. If you see these things in your code, fix them. Find the appropriate Microsoft Transact SQL documentation and use it. Make sure that your code is always going to be supportable inside the next versions. It's going to deploy correctly and it's going to act the way that you expect it to. Anyway, thanks. That's my 5-minute or so rant, and we'll talk later.